Hi, this is Ranadi Madhu. I've come up with another video. This time the video is on a talk on political views. And today's topic on views is state election should happen every year, not every 5 years. And you can ask me the reasons behind this kind of view all of a sudden. We have two types of government governing our country India. We have central government, we have state government. And according to the constitution being formed in 1950 by Dr. Bhim Rao Ambedkar, it has been said that two governments will be linked to each other, sharing powers equally, exchanging powers wholeheartedly, and thereby governing the country India and its states. Now, how will this power be shared? They told every 5 years there will be a state election, and through that election, the elected person will be sharing the power with the central government, which would be selected every 5 years as well. And believe me, initially the idea was absolutely acceptable because a country would be running for 5 years in a microscopic level through state election, and through central election it will be macroscopically governed. And initially it was working very well, and probably I think till 2000 I think not 2000, I think 1998, wherein the BJP governments of 12 days was established. 12 days of government was established by Atal Bihari Vajpayee, and it was the shortest form of central government being ever established in the history of India. Within 12 days of establishment of our government by BJP party, the entire party was collapsed and re-election happened. And perhaps because of that incident, people perhaps got some sort of idea wherein they thought that the state election is happening every 5 years and the central election is happening every 12 days. So there is so much delinkage happened between state and center, and probably I think time has come wherein disintegration mode of governance is better than centralized form of governance. Imagine a situation wherein your central government is being all of a sudden shattered just after 12 days of office. In 1998, perhaps, I don't know the exact timeline. And thereafter, once again, BJP came into power, formed by Atal Bihari Vajpayee, former Prime Minister of our India that time. So people must have got some idea wherein they thought that a center governing body is little bit not firm enough to control the states, and probably that hint was not that much sufficient enough to make a change in our constitutional uh, body, meaning the people should raised a voice against this form of government, central form of government along with state form of government, and the tenure through which they can create a bondage between each other should be questioned. But perhaps very few people have raised that kind of question, and it's been, I think, after 1998, it's been 20 years, 28 years have been passed. Very ironical, nobody has paid an attention to this kind of irregularities. Delinkage can happen any time, and thereafter many a times after 1 year of government, I think maybe 2 or 3 years of government at the center or probably at the state also, government got ruptured, and people never thought that this kind of situation is happening again and again in various states, including my state, West Bengal. There should be a remedial action through which we can create a linkage which is eternal in nature. There shouldn't be any crack inside that linkage. And probably I believe that that linkage was not being recreated after this sort of incident happened again and again. And probably we need some sort of reform in our state elections, wherein if this sort of delinkage happen at the central or at the state level, then we can automatically create a relinkage. And probably the idea, and through this idea, I thought that the tenure of state election should be minimized. India is having, I think, as far as I remember, 27 or 28 states. Every now and then a state is breaking into two pieces, creating newer states. So anyway, whatever it may be, so 28 or 29 probably, I think, the 29 states having their own governing body, creating a linkage with the central governing body. And if the central government is getting disrupted disrupted before the tenure, then there should be a chaotic situation inside the state as well as throughout the country. So what I believe that we need a binder which can act in a microscopic level, a binder which can act as a microscopic level. In a microscopic level, what I believe that the tenure should be reduced, meaning every year a state election if can happen, and whatever anomalies happen within a year, those anomalies can be addressed under the wheel of central government, which would act for 5 years. So any changes if it is required, then central government can usher in very easily to the states, on the states. And if election happens, state election I'm saying, I'm not saying central election, then everybody inside state will be on their toes. If something goes wrong, people will have the liberty, will have the freedom to re-elect another person next year. And obviously a comparative analysis can be done vis-a-vis central elections. A central election can run for 5 years, but a state election definitely should run for 1 year only. Every year there should be state election. Are you getting it? A state is basically a disintegrated, one of the parts of a disintegrated parts of our country. Its minuscule part cannot stay in its situation for 5 years. Every year that minuscule part has to be rectified, renovated, modified, such that minuscule part, when integrated with rest of the parts, we can form a country, and that country can be governed for 5 years on a political structure. So this is the idea. A state, a disintegrated part cannot be in a disintegrated form for 5 years. It can remain in a disintegrate or a state of stagnation for 1 year only, isn't it? But such that if we combine all those parts, then that combined part will reflect the actual success or actual profit, whatever you want to say, of that entire part, and through that entire part can be analyzed for after 5 years. Like a hand, we have right hand, left hand. Now our hand can be, it's a like an fictitious scenario, our hand can be re-elected for 5 years, but do you believe our finger should be re-elected after 5 years? Are you getting it? My hand can be re-elected after 5 years, but my fingers cannot be re-elected after 5 years. My fingers have to be re-elected every 1 year. Okay, when I am closing my fingers, creating a punching structure, then we can say my entire hand can be re-elected after 5 years. But this single finger, index finger, cannot be re-elected after 5 years. It should be elected every 1 year, such that after 5 years I can say the condition, I can analyze, or I can give you the exact result of my hand instead of a finger. Nobody wants a exact result of a single finger. Everybody wants an exact result of hand only, not fingers. So it's like a correlation I have made with my hand with political structure, state as well as center. So you can understand a state cannot be governed for 5 years. It will create stagnation on that particular disintegrated part of our country. It should be governed for 1 year only, and next year another government would come if the predecessor does not perform well, such that after 5 years center will be analyzing the condition of the entire state, and they can create a comparative analysis, and based on that, if something comes up for improvement, then improvement would be ushered in on that particular state by the center, because at the end of the day center gives money to state, and state utilize that money for the benefits of the citizen of that state only, not outside citizen of the state. So you can understand. So I have realized this of late, and this in this election, upcoming election, West Bengal state election, this month 29th April, I have been allocated the voting right. So you can understand. So this is the situation. A state should, as have I already giving you the explanation, the state should elect its candidate for 1 year only, and every year there should be re-election for state only. I am not saying for the central, because it's very difficult to create election every 1 year for center, but for state it is very easy, and every citizen of this particular state wants that only. Every year you celebrate New Year, every year you see your budgets, every year you create your, personally we create our budget, we try to see what are the expenses, possible expense could happen over the year, and at the same time political parties do the financial budgeting also. Taxation rule also happen, gets changed every year. Your financial structure also gets changed every year. So every year you are changing the structure of your finance, you are changing the structure of your you are changing the social structure as well. Then in a state, why our election is being why our political or governing body stays for 5 years? It should be for 1 year only, because everything is happening for 1 year. You are getting a comparative analysis in financial structure, in social structure. Then why we are lagging behind in political structure? Political structure should also get changed every 1 year. A comparative analysis should be wholeheartedly being conducted, not partially. Financially 1 year, socially 1 year. Socially means you can understand every year Durga Puja is being conducted, and whatever social structure, social obligations are there, we are doing it every 1 year. Then why we are lagging behind in political structure? Politically, elections should happen every 1 year in a state, which is possible, very much possible, because nowadays everything is online in nature. If we can create online voting through Aadhaar card, fingerprint, Face ID detection based voting through either ATM machine or through TV, a channel, political channel like Lok Sabha channel or Rajya Sabha channel, which will be conducting online voting through fingerprint and face ID. And it is very much possible. Every year we can conduct state election. After getting a comparative analysis, we can select our leader for that year, or through ATM machine, which I have given you a lecture on voting through ATM machine, which is also very easy. Everybody is having ATM card. Now through academic bank of trading, every students would be having ATM machine. In my days it was happening. When I went for dual degree, integrate MTech in energy technology, I got my first ATM card in 2004, around 22 years back. So every students would be having ATM card. Perhaps I believe in school also they are being provided, because a lot of additional activities are being conducted, and through that they are being paid. Probably current scenario in school, students would be having ATM card, and obviously voting rights would be given after school only. At the age of 18 or above, we will have the right to vote. So whatever it may be, so it is very much easy to conduct every year state election through either ATM machine or through political channel like Lok Sabha TV or Rajya Sabha TV. So very easy, and that way this 1 year of state election can easily be integrated with 5 years of central election. A 5 years of central election which will be monitoring the 1 year of state elections, and that way continuous improvement will take place inside the state by the central government. If something goes wrong, meaning if there happens in a delinkage, then relinkage can happen very easily, in fact automatically. 5 years of political central government taking care of 1 year of state government political structure is very easy in automatic terms, because the entire state is under the wheel of central government. Anyway, whatever it may be, so this is just a suggestion or a view which I have recently realized through this upcoming election, April 2026 West Bengal state election, and I believe that it will be better to share with you, with my well wishes and subscribers. So that's all. If you feel like giving a thumbs up to this video, please do so, and please subscribe my channel Ronnie's Identity in YouTube, and stay tuned for more updates and videos in the future. I wish you nice night. Bye.